Hi everyone. It's probably fair to say that very few of you understand or even care about AUKUS. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, AUKUS is an arrangement we have between the United States and the United Kingdom to safeguard the Pacific and the Asia region against the potential invasion or incursion from the Chinese people. Now, whether or not this is a real threat, I do not know. And I do, though, have my doubts about the benefits of the amount of money that we're spending on submarines so that we could best defend whatever it is that we're supposed to be defending our country against. I think the biggest thing that we need to worry about, I guess, is that they are our largest trading partner and that they are, or the Chinese people, are great investors in Australia. So we rely on them in many, many areas, and to have them pull out of any trade agreement with us is usually devastating, as was the case in relation to barley over the last year or so. So they are important to us. So the question really is building submarines going to solve this problem? And one of the primary concerns in relation to that has been the amount of money that we would be spending, hundreds of billions of dollars actually, over the next 10 years. Now, I saw some interesting statistics on the ABC Insiders today, which tended to make me think a little differently about this issue. Now, the first issue for me is, do we want nuclear submarines at our ports? I don't think so. Celebrate the New Zealanders for saying no to that. Good for you. We could have said no as well, but we didn't. So New Zealanders have more courage than we do. They've had that policy in place for decades now, so they're sticking by their guns. So the other issue is about the amount of money. Now, it's apparently, over a 10-year period, it's less than 2% of gross national product, I believe. Happy to be corrected on that. The other areas of great expenditure to Australia will be NDIS and Medicare. So they, by 2060, I won't be here, I don't think, but by that period of time, our debt, or the amount that we would have to pay in order to be able to provide those particular services, would be in the trillions. So when we compare the need for the benefits that our population receive directly right now, Medicare, NDIS, and a range of other welfare services, they are far more important than AUKUS. But when we compare the price tag for each of those against AUKUS, AUKUS is quite minimal. So I don't believe in nuclear warfare. Nuclear waste is an issue. Where in the hell are we going to put this shit once we've got it? What are we going to do about it? Where is it going to go? What communities are going to miss out? That is, what communities are going to have it placed in their backyard? And they know, there's an interview with Penny Wong today on Insiders where it was evident that that is a problem, how you get rid of the waste. Certainly the waste from nuclear energy is at the top end of the echelon, so it's very intense and certainly needs to be distributed or got rid of appropriately. So how do we do all of that? I'd be interested to know what you think about AUKUS and whether you think that the Australian Labor Party have done the right thing in terms of at least having a debate about it. And it was quite an interesting debate, I understand, at the conference over the weekend. And Labor have come out and said, well, this is what we're going to do, this is part of our policy. But I think it's important for us to note also the costs involved in all of this. But there is a principle, I think, that sits underneath all of this too, that we need to be taking into account when considering it. And I just got a bit of a news item here that was that I will be putting up. That is, Albanese defends against attempts to strike nuclear submarines out of Labor platform. Well, that particular resolution was passed by the Labor Party on the weekend. Mr Albanese in favour of the AUKUS defence deal with the United States and United Kingdom as he attempts to quiet internal rebellion against the plan to acquire nuclear-powered submarines. I do want to recognise that everyone comes to this debate in good faith. And I think to his credit and to the Labor Party's credit, they did have a debate. There are polarised versions of what should be done in relation to nuclear submarines, but at the end of the day, the democratic system took place, and those people that were the delegates, the majority of them voted for this particular policy. I'm interested to know what you think. If you've got a view, let me know. Put a comment down below. I'll be more than delighted to hear from you. I'd also like to think that if you could, that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know what you think about any of the videos that I make. Occasionally there'll be some as short as this, sometimes a little bit longer. But join with me, have a conversation with me about issues that matter to you, and I'll endeavour to do the same and speak to you as well. So take care, everybody. Look after yourselves, and more importantly, be safe.